My next guest was drafted by the San Diego Chargers back in 1988 and played 12 successful seasons in the NFL. After retiring from professional football, well, that's when Quinn Early got really busy as an actor, a Hollywood stuntman, and now he has stepped into perhaps one of the most important roles of his life. Author and advocate for those with Alzheimer's. So first of all, Quinn, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Heather.
We have a lot to talk about, so let's just sort of step right into this, if you will. And I want to start with the book, which is called Bryant Acres. It was a passion project of your mother's.
It was. So my mother wrote this amazing book, and unfortunately in 2008 she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So one of her last wishes was for me to have this book published for her, and so that's exactly what I did. She passed away in 2013, and so I took on this project for her, so I'm happy to say that now the book is launched and it's available. You can go to bryantacres.com or you can order it on Amazon.
The synopsis of the book is pretty incredible. It tells the story of, is it your mother's great-grandfather?
Yeah, so it's actually my great-grandfather 7 generations back, a man named Bryant, and he was a free man who sold himself into indentured servitude, you know, in the antebellum South. And he went on to become one of the wealthiest landowners of the time, and he built a multiracial community. So it's a pretty amazing story.
True story.
True story.
Because she did all of her research. She went back there to sort of trace her history.
She did. She researched it for about 3 years, and she got a lot of her stories from her grandmother, Big Mama, who when she was a child, you know, they would talk about Sherrod Bryant and the times, and so I'm really excited about it.
It's an incredible story, and I've only read the synopsis, but I said, oh, Quinn, this is a Hollywood movie written all over. I mean, this is it's got every element of what makes a great movie.
It sure does, and it's a love story. He fell in love with the plantation owner's daughter, and they went on to have a son together, and so it's a pretty exciting story, a great love story, and again, you know, the proceeds are going to go to the Alzheimer's Association. Kristen Casado, who works with them, was kind enough to escort me here today, and she does a great job with them, and they have their walks coming up September 22nd. At Kit Carson Park in Escondido, and then on September 23rd, which I will be speaking at in Crown Point. Yeah.
And we'll put the information for both of those walks on our website, thecwsandiego.com. But to sort of pick up where your mom left off, she wasn't able to get the book published, and you said, I will take care of that for you. But caring for her during the later years of her dealing with dementia and Alzheimer's, that's stressful. And you can really relate to that. You've walked in those steps.
I can really relate. You know, when she was first diagnosed, I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know, you know, where to get help for her care. So I had to do a lot of self-research and finding out. I didn't know that, you know, places like the Alzheimer's Association, you know, they have classes, they have seminars, they have meetings, things like that. They have all kinds of resources that people can go to. And if I would have had that, I would have been a lot better off. You know, but my main advice would be for somebody who's just starting this process is to just kind of join the journey with your loved one and just care for them and show them support. And also enjoy the time that you have left together, which is what I did with my mom. I have some great memories with her during her last days.
Well, it is so important for people to know there are resources out there. There is help for you if you are dealing with this or you have a loved one who's dealing with this. You do not have to go through this alone, and I'm so glad that you're helping to spread the word about that. Let's talk a little bit about you. You're here in San Diego now.
I am.
And Hollywood stuntman, so it means you're driving up and down the 5 freeway all the time. Is it true that you've been a stunt double for Will Smith?
I have. I've doubled Will Smith on the movie Bryant. I currently double Shamar Moore on the CBS television show SWAT.
Cool.
So I have fun doing that, and then I've worked on quite a few movies. I've doubled Lawrence Fishburne on the TV show Blackish. So I've been around a little bit, and I really enjoy what I do.
And then also you're involved in a martial arts school right here in San Diego. So if people want to become as tough as you, there's a place for them to go and learn how to do it.
Absolutely. So I've been studying at White Dragon Martial Arts for close to 30 years now, and you know, I really started it to help my football, and it's just been a great experience, and I absolutely love it.
Fantastic. Well, keep up the good work, and thank you so much for finishing your mom's dream of getting this book published, because we know some of the proceeds will go to help people who basically have been through what you guys have been through.
Absolutely. So again, you can get the book on Amazon.com or BryantAcres.com, and you can also follow me at Quinn Early on Twitter and on Instagram.
Fantastic.
So, thank you.
Okay, so there's a book launch is coming up this Saturday, 3 to 5. That's happening at West Route, and also the Walk to End Alzheimer's. I know so many of you have signed up to get involved. It's not too late for you to step in and take part in that walk. There's 2 of them coming up on September 22nd in Escondido and September 23rd at Crown Point. Thanks again for your time this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Best of luck with Bryant Acres. I can't wait to read it myself.